Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As always, thank you so much for being here and sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. Today's video, I was doing this off camera and then I realized, oh, maybe people would like to know what it is that I'm doing or how you can personalize your traveler's notebook, because I truly believe you can never personalize any belonging, especially your notebooks, too much. So I thought I would just turn on the camera and talk about it as I'm doing it. I did also want to mention, if you hear a faint water sound in the background, my diffuser is going on in my desk because it really just adds the best ambiance. And for those of you that are interested, I am currently smelling Vanilla Skies. It's a new scent by Sage and it is, oh my gosh, it is amazing. One of my favorite things on earth are scents, like nice smells. I love to smell nice. I love when my home smells nice. I have a very strong attachment to smells. Anyway, just a fun little factoid if you're wondering what it currently smells like in this general area. It smells like Vanilla Skies and it's delicious. Okay, let's talk about this, what's going on right in front of me. So as some of you may know, for a long time my writer's note, my pencil board kind of lived up here and it was clipped down by this, which works, and I could still do that as well. But sometimes I find that I'm not using the writing board. I'm only using the clip to hold out the notebook. So perhaps keeping it in the back with just a regular paper clip is enough. And then I have my, the same clip as always to hold my pen. And then I thought that if I don't have my pencil board here, it would give me more freedom to personalize, because I do have these clips from Traveler's Notebook, and I was thinking if I put it here, it gives me the opportunity to use this photo strip, which I explained in my 2025 journal setup. I always have a photo strip here, and I sometimes have multiple options depending on what I'm feeling, and this seems to be the one that I'm sticking to. I think just because it goes with the layout, like with the colors here. But I do love this photo strip. I feel like I say this at this point in every single video, but it's just, I feel like if you know me, this is not news to you, but I love London, okay? I feel like even Jo from This Jo Journals, when she comments on my videos, I feel like it's always on a video that I obnoxiously say how much I love her city. And it's just a fact. I can't help it, okay? I love it. And this entire photo strip is dedicated to my adventures that I've had over the years in London. Anyway, that entire tangent to say that, okay, dropping the accent now, I really want to put this strip here, and I think the whole vibe, I wish I had said that word ironically, but it is kind of, the whole aesthetic, I wanted to say vibe again. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, sometimes I think the word vibe has just lost all its meaning and depth. And I'm probably, anyway, we're not going to talk about that. I just think as a whole, it would look very cohesive. It feels like the same theme. It would be satisfying for me to look at. So I guess I just have to determine if I want it here, which I think I do. And I fear trying to get this over such a thick leather. Like, how are you people doing this? Ooh, oh my gosh. I feel like I have to accept that once I do it, I kind of have to commit because it'll really bang up the leather. And now the question is too, do I want to write in it? Because they look like this, the brass index clips by Traveler's Company as well. And these are, I believe, what you can cut out if you want to write something in it, although I don't know that I love this color. Or maybe I'll just use it as a support. I feel like that color is kind of boring. You know what I mean? Another thing that I'm trying to change, just because I had the same exact text for all of 2024. In fact, it's still on the back, 2024. And I kind of want to change it up. So I had cut out this piece of paper and typed up 2025 to give it, you know, a very different feel, which I like. However, after I did that, I did kind of realize that I do like for there to be some black elements to tie in the font color on this clip. So I might stamp that again on this textured paper with my black ink and see what I prefer. Okay, these are just all of the thoughts that are happening. And I worry that once I put this on, if I haven't properly decided if I want the paper or not, I won't be able to put it in after the fact. You know what I mean? And will that bump annoy me? Maybe. The only good thing is I'm not really precious if it starts to get dinged up, you know. I think it's gonna be natural for it to happen over time. So I'm not too precious with it. This was an accident though. It's not supposed to be there. Okay. That's cute. Okay, now that that's sorted, this can come in here. I don't want it to lift it up. There we go. Stop, come on. Is that not the cutest thing ever? I could even clip it, do a double clip, I guess, if I wanted to. But it's not necessary. It does just lift. So I kind of have to accept that. Which I think I can accept that. I'm not bothered by that. Is that annoying? Sound off in the comments. We're not going to overcomplicate this. I think it's cute. That was the original vision. We're sticking to it. Okay, so now that that's done, maybe let's focus on this number. Okay, so that was the one that was there currently. This is one tentative option. But then I also want to try out with the black ink, just to have that contrast. So one, it's very visible, but also, like I said, I do like for there to be general cohesion with my colors, so that, you know, this is why I'm considering this. And I, as always, stamped it on my Post-it to give me an idea of where I would need to stamp it in order for it to be even in the middle of the square. So let's open the black ink. Yay. And I think the nice thing about this too is that this is not permanent in any way. If you ever want to swap it out because you're getting bored of the way one looks. Ooh, see, I think I like that better. Because again, the black ties in with that. Anyway, but yeah, there's no genuine commitment because you can truly just slide it out if you want for it to look differently. And I keep the the one from the previous year in the back, just because that thickness helps it not slide out accidentally. I made that mistake when I first got these tags where I didn't make the paper thick enough, and then I had put it in my bag, and then by the time I got to my cafe, to journal, it was gone. But there we go. And then I can always keep this, you know, I don't have to dispose of this if I ever want to use that, and I know that the original black 2025 is behind it if I ever want to return to that one. All right, the next thing on my agenda is to add a charm. Oh, I made. Let's move this back. Okay, I had to reset us. So, as some of you know, I do add any charms that I possibly can to my traveler's notebook. I have some down here. I also add charms to the side, and they're not, you know, traveler's notebook exclusive. Like this one has my name stamped on it. And then there's a key, as you know, I don't know if you know, I should assume that, you know, you might be new here, but I also have my heart charm that goes on the front. So I always, any excuse really to add more character, I am in it to win it. And I also do little paper clips. This one I keep on the day that I'm at, and I added a little pearl at the top. And that's really easy to do. I just use, they're like these, I don't know what they're called, but these wires, I guess, and they're flat nosed at the bottom. So when you put a charm or a bead of any sort, it gets stuck on the flat nose, right? So this is an example of how many you want to put, and then you have to gently create a loop so that through that loop, you can put it in wherever you want to put it in. Anyway, all of that to say, I've had this bag of beads, as you can see right here. They're all like very eclectic in colors, but I've wanted to select some brown tones, and I did a gradient, which I think is quite satisfying to look at, in my opinion. And I want to add another one to my spine. And I strategically, when I made this one at my local bead store, I wanted to add one of these like clip things so that I could add and remove charms as I please. Like whenever I created something new, it would be easy for me to add it. Okay, that was kind of hard to show on camera, but all I did was, with that clasp that's there, I just opened it and slid the charm through the clasp. I'll show you up close. Okay, lovely. Now that that's done, were there other things I wanted to do? I think that was the main one. This, the cutie little charm. I'm pleased with that. I think that looks nice. Yeah, that's sweet. I could, I guess, listen, I know this is kind of criminal, but I don't actually have needle nose pliers. What are they called? So I just use tweezers because I am a menace. And it's really not ideal. Like for the amount of charms I've made, I really should own a pair, because I end up really mangling them. This is why I then wonder why my tweezers never work. And then I also use this is again, not the right tools. These are not jewelry tools, but I just haven't wanted to buy actual jewelry tools. So I use my, no, you know what? Do not take notes from me. You should probably buy the correct things. like, you know, wire cutters and then a needle nose trimmer. But if you're really in a pinch and your creative juices are flowing, you can use your manicure tools. Just obviously make sure to sanitize them afterwards. I was thinking of putting this cutie 3-pearl one on the spine as well. If not in a little clip, you know, like this. And then, oh, how cute is she? It's just such a sweet little touch. And then it, you know, pokes out of the top of your journal. But I do love a highly decorated spine. There's something very satisfying to me about that. I do wish there was a better way for me to show you this. What if that might be better. Oh my gosh, could I have done this from the beginning? Oh, I think I got it. Yay! Look at that. Oh, this is a good way for me to be able to show you, I think. Yeah, so you can see I have now the pearls, the gradient of the browns, the key, and my little punched name on the circle pendant. So when that's closed, you know, she's so cute. Okay, friends, I think that's all I wanted to do to my notebook today. I feel like this will probably be a much shorter video than my videos typically are, but hey, that's okay. I think I'm gonna be posting a video actually quite soon because something exciting is happening. If you're into traveler's notebooks, I'm sure you all know what it is, but you will probably see me in a couple of days, I think. So yeah, I will leave it here. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your time with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm already excited and looking forward to seeing you when I see you. Okay, bye. Mwah.